Welcome back, everybody. We are on the Gifts of Caucasus map, and we have been doing some work offline and trying to work towards our goal of buying the beer factory at this point, or unless we change our mind. But the map decided to be awfully nice to us here, and in the last video we were talking about buying field 17, and the map has offered up field 17 for 560,000. It's normally, if we go in here, normally it would be 580,000 if you could even get it for that price. So even though it's only 20,000 below what the normal price would be on this map, rarely do you pay what the value of the field is. At least I haven't so far, and in some cases had to pay almost double. So we're going to take that. We're going to jump. Oh, darn it. So yeah, we're going to run over here and we're going to grab that guy. We got the cash and we wanted that field anyway, so yeah, we're going to take it. That's a good deal. And let's see, we are now rating 42, and it has also given us our first contract that we'll be able to fulfill. Sorry about that. So we are going to work on doing the contract. We need to do, if I bring up the, let's see, we have 90, almost 95,000 liters of onions to get to the canning factory. So what was weird was I was just setting up a course play course to sell potatoes or whatever else at the canning factory. So we are going to go ahead and load up some onions and see if we can't get that contract done and get the rating points for that. So let's see, load it up here. I did buy another tipper to go on the rig here. I was using the little one that came with the map, but I did do a quick delivery and ended up having to make a second trip for just like 2,000 liters or something. So I figured I'd just get the one that goes with the Majeras here, and we're up to you know, we can haul 27,000. So let's see, if we're salvaging a canning. Get him going there. He's gonna miss the first waypoint. I don't know. You know why he would go over there when so he is on his way. Let's see, what else do we got going on? We have, well, he's trying to work. I got the game clock on 1 till we get our contract done. But you can see we got the BGA is pretty much full. He's working on bunker 1 there. We did go in and we we had chaffed half of field 13, and then I planted corn on 18, and we chopped all that and put it in the BGA. I'll probably plant up 17 and 18 in corn again, and we're gonna use all that for the BGA. It's pretty convenient right there. And hopefully by the time we get up to rating 50 or so, what we need to be to tell us. We're going to need 3.6 million at least for the beer factory. It doesn't tell us what rating we got to be. But I'm pretty sure it's either 50 or 55. So, hopefully, if we can keep doing the quick deliveries and get some more contracts going, then by the time we get to that rating, hopefully we can have the cash to buy it. So, yeah, let's see what this guy's doing. Is he there yet? I haven't tested this course, so we're going to ride along here a little bit. You shouldn't. I don't remember where. Let's see. It's kind of hard. There's one of the bins that's going to be pretty close. I don't know if he'll be able to hit the triggers, but I don't know if that's the onion bin or the carrot bin. So I had been selling off some sugar beets to the sugar beet factory, and was going to sell some potatoes to the canning factory. We do have it's probably the most of the fruits that we have in storage. We got the most of sugar beets and potatoes. So I had started selling off the sugar beets. So kind of at that point where with a lot of the fruits we kind of got what we need to hold on to fulfill contracts, and some of the rest we're just going to start selling off as we can when the map allows. So yeah, I was just setting up a course to come here, and the contract popped up, so I thought that was pretty cool. So it looks like he's going to be alright on the onions. Does it tell us then how many more we have? Oh yeah, it does a little countdown over there. Cool. Alright, well we'll jump, let's see. This guy's done. I had harvested the barley in field 5 and the wheat that was here on field 6, and I planted barley again and wheat in this one. So we can take this guy, we'll take him down, get him loaded up. I do have the we're in the process of spraying field 18, so we'll get this guy loaded up with corn and get him heading down and ready to go to seed up at 18. I did plant some more corn and soybeans. I got on the split field 13 over here. This cornfield, I think we're just going to harvest and put it in the grain silo, and hang on to that for delivery and contracts. But the other fields we're going to chop. I don't know what I'm going to do with the grass fields here, since we got those 2 fields down there now, and got the chopping operation going. I've been thinking if I could plow that all into one field. I thought about doing that, but I don't know. Maybe we'll just kind of leave it there for now. And although it seems almost like a waste to not be using that field, but I don't really have a super good plan for it at this time, or feel like with those other fields that we really need it. I mean, I guess we always need it, but let's see, we gotta unload that first. Actually, while we're doing that, we probably ought to get this guy back on his way. We're going to be doing some seeding. So we're going to be keep our seed stock up, though. Although I had been doing pretty good, we were in pretty good shape. He's going to wait till we get out of the way here. So, and let's see, we're going to load up with some corn. I don't know how much it's going to take, but if we end up doing both those fields, it'll probably take quite a bit. So I wonder if we'll just let him go. See if we can't get another load of onions set up here. I forget which one it was already. Is it this one? Yeah. And it looks like the Hurleyman is finished spraying, so that's awesome. We can get the seeder going. And we'll get him set up on the new field, on field 17. So let's see, let me jump back over to this guy. That ought to be enough of those. And move him out of the way so the UADs can get going. Let's see. On his way. I like how he takes off on that course anyways. Okay, so if we jump over here, so after getting kicked around by this map, it's been pretty nice to us. You know, it gave us field 6 up there at a pretty good price, and that's right in the area of where we would have liked to have a field. And then we were wanting field 17, and it offered that up at a good deal. So things are finally going our way a little bit, but I'm sure it'll beat us back down at some point. We've just crossed over the 100 hours into this map, and I still feel like, you know, we're kind of just at really kind of the beginning stages. I guess not the beginning, but, you know, we bought several fields now, and got a good little operation going, but we're still, you know, got quite a bit of work to be done before we can purchase a factory or a production facility. Get this guy out of the way. We're gonna have to set up a refill course for him over here. And let's see, clear that out. We're on 18. Field 18. See what's JD. Here it is. First waypoint and go. Alright, we might as well jump over to this guy. Let's go ahead and get course recorded for him. And we can just start him maybe right here. Oh, we should probably get off to the side a little more. I guess it really doesn't matter because we have we're not sharing courses on this one. And let's see, get that out of there. So I haven't been messing around with the cement facility much. Still never bought the concrete mixing truck so we could sell it. Just seems like the stuff that we've been having going on with the fields and my limited time to play with my work schedule that I just haven't really felt like messing with that one till we actually own one of those. And even still, I don't know if that's one that I would be interested in getting right away. I'd rather get a facility that we actually provide, that we actually grow the material for, you know. So for like the beer factory, you know, we're planting barley. I guess we have to buy the hops from the garden center, but we do the barley, and then we can sell the beer. I don't really look to see maybe something like the grain elevator, but I don't know if that's what rank you have to be to do the grain elevator. Maybe that's something we can investigate more when we can actually afford to do something. Go ahead and top him off. Drive him past the fuel tank here, so if he ever runs out of fuel on while we're running this course, he'll fill himself up. I need to sell some milk. It looked like the dairy factory would buy some, but yeah, with doing some of the field work, I haven't had a chance to get that done. I've kind of let the cows go. Because we're already making way more milk than what we can sell on a daily basis. So been trying to stay focused on the stuff that makes us more money, and making sure we get try and get our grain storage filled up as much as possible with the fields that we have. But when I do have downtime and I'm kind of get caught up on that stuff and just more or less waiting for time to pass on the map, or while course play guys are working in the fields, and then that's usually when I do the milk and mess around with running trucks on the cement factory and that sort of thing. Maybe since we got a lot of money coming in, I'll buy the final piece of the cement factory and the cement truck, and figure out where we can sell that at there's a construction site somewhere that buys the final product of that. Alright, so we're back. We'll save that. That'll be field 17, right? Yeah. Refill fertilizer. Okay. And then we need to set up a course here and get him going. So we are in the northeast corner of this field. We're going to go south. We're going to bring him back here. We're going to do one. Is one of those enough? Yeah, one's enough. We're going to do 2. Go ahead and generate that. 17 spray. Alright. And let's load up the refill. There we go. Get that guy going. Make sure he's on his way. And he's going to be just fine. Okay, so let's see. Let's get to this guy first. And we'll go ahead and... It seems like, when I think about it, when I remember, this guy almost just needs to run non-stop to keep up when we're doing, certainly when all the fields need to be planted up and sprayed. You got to keep this guy running with seed and fertilizer the whole time. Maybe I should, oh, we could send, let's see, or we can go ahead and send this guy. We'll see if the garden center's buying some slurry. I don't know if we've cycled a day or not, but we'll find out. Let's go ahead and send him on his way. Okay. What's this one, onions? Sure would be nice if I could remember. We've delivered 54. Okay. We'll just get our rig loaded up here again. I could probably buy a bigger truck, but as you may have noticed, I'm kind of playing it kind of stingy on this map. And these Majerus trucks are easy on the budget, and they seem to be working just fine. And you know, at this point, hauling 27,000 liters at a time is fine. You know, this is the first contract we've done, so even still, if we, a little over 3 trips, and we'll have to make 4 trips, that's not really bad. You know, some of the delivery ones are just even, you know, a truck and 1 tipper full, so yeah, I'm not too anxious to jump into that. I'd rather spend the money on like the cement truck, or that thing's like 250,000. We're gonna, at some point, we'll have to buy something that'll haul. I guess we got something for the beer and that, but you know, if we get into that, there's a one that came in the mod pack. I think that's a little bit bigger even, and we'll be getting into that stuff. And probably at some point I'll buy the Grimmy, the self-propelled Maxtron or the Tektron, whichever one it is that does sugar beets. We got the bigger potato harvester, but we still need the sugar beet one. And yeah, so that's probably our other big equipment purchase before I get too crazy with anything else equipment-wise until we can get the the beer factory going and get that up and running. Which that'll be, I feel like that'll be our first major accomplishment on the map. Although we have bought quite a few fields and we're making good steady progress. But still at 100 hours, you know, on the Idaho map, had done a lot in that 100 hours and owned about everything I wanted to own, and yeah, I need to get back to that map. I know I've had a few subscribers here, new subscribers here lately, that I know one of them at least is has been playing on that map. But if any of you guys watching this series had playing that map or like that map, then I need to get back to that. And there's still some stuff I wanted to do on there. Not so much as far as owning stuff or purchasing stuff, but some of the field work. I wanted to do some lime. I found a cool lime mod that I wanted to try. That you actually have to get in and, I don't know, edit something in the map or something. I don't know, I'll have to read up on that and make sure I back stuff up, but that seemed pretty cool. You know, our pH and with the soil mod on that map, our pH was getting pretty out of whack, and we did want to do some BGA work on that map. Thought that would be pretty cool. Make some extra slurry, and we can do the slurry again for our grass fields and our alfalfa fields and our baling operation we had going on there. But yeah, so there's still stuff I wanted to do on there, and we'll try and get back to that map. It's still an awesome map, but this one's just kind of sucked me in with the A, the map is just beautiful, and B, with the changes in the economy and stuff, it's this one's really sucked me in, and my work schedule, as I mentioned, is just not allowing me to get a whole lot of time in farming or gaming in general, for that matter. Haven't even been able to get the Arizona DLC for American Truck Simulator. Haven't even checked that out yet. Yeah, and happy Father's Day to everybody. It is Father's Day morning, and thought I'd try and sneak a little gaming in, and wasn't necessarily planning on recording, but felt like doing some work on the farm this morning. Kiddos are still sleeping. Drinking some coffee and getting a little farm work done, and the map, you know, gave us our first contract that we can fulfill and offered up the field. So I thought, well, I wanted to buy that next field while we were recording, so I thought I would go ahead and record an episode, so I got something to put up this week. I needed to, but yeah. So I don't know how many. Okay, so we've delivered 81,000 of the 94, so we'll just. How much stuff do we got? In the onions. Oh, we got plenty of onions, so we'll just load up. If we're gonna drive there, then we'll just take a full load, because it will pay us above, you know, for any extra that we bring beyond what the contract is for. What's that guy's problem? Ah, that's weird. Alright. Emptied out the slurry so the garden center's buying. I try to keep that truck just running non-stop as often as the garden center will buy it. We don't get a lot, only about, I think it's like 2,500 bucks or something a load. But it's the byproduct of the BGA, so we might as well sell it and get what we can. So this one then should be, oh, is he gonna hit the gate wrong? This one should be our last run then on this. Let's see how everybody's doing here. These guys going to town, I guess. This guy seems to be doing just fine. He's making good progress. We'll get this guy seated up. This one seated up next. We're gonna have quite the chopping operation going on here before too long. Let's see, the last one we got seeds. So get some fertilizer. Get him back on his way. This guy should be getting ready to empty out. Once we fulfill our contract here, by end the episode, and it's a little over a half hour, I think. So yeah, thanks to all the subscribers, and certainly the new ones we've had coming in here lately. I don't know if it's because of this map or this series, or said I know at least one of them is playing on the Idaho map. But yeah, feel free to leave a comment if have any advice for this map, or you know, there's plenty to do on here, and certainly plenty I don't know. But yeah, enjoying this series. Please consider hitting the like button. That helps us out quite a bit. And yeah, better yet, if you've just found us, consider subscribing to the channel. Be notified when we post some new videos. And I haven't done any live streams in a while, but when time allows on the weekend, I would like to do one of those again. It's kind of fun, but just haven't had the time. I guess that's carrots down there in that last bin. That's hard to get the rig in there. Okay. All right. Oh, I thought he would dump the rest, but he didn't. Does that make us 43 now? Oh, 45. We got 3 rating points for that. Oh, that's excellent. I didn't know that was going to happen, because that was the first contract we could complete. Every time one would come up, it was always for a little bit more of something than what we had. Oh, that's excellent. We're getting close. We got to get that corn going, so But while we're here, will it take the rest? Let's see. Oh, doesn't want it. Okay. Well, we'll just send it on. I wonder why that is. Let's see. If we go to, let's see, factories, on the canning factory. Oh, because onion's full. We filled it up. That's why I won't take it. Alright. Well, we'll send them back and we'll put them in the bin, and we'll keep them till the next time. Alright, well, thanks a lot, everybody. Hope you're enjoying the series. And I am your host, Zigzag, and we will see you on the farm next time.